pleasant day to everyone. I am JOAN PABLEO. Today, I am going to discuss the additional topic given by Ma'am Celine last meeting, but this was only a short discussion since it was just a continuation of Miss May Andrea and Miss Valerie's discussion last time about the internet. So, it was all about evaluating information found on the internet. But before I start my discussion, let me first give you the learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, students should be able to understand the importance of evaluating internet information for reliability. Second, students should be able to learn the strategies to assess credibility and avoid misinformation. And last, students should be able to develop skills to identify and avoid common pitfalls online. So, to start, when evaluating information found on the internet, we should base on its authorship, publishing body, accuracy and verifiability, and currency. So, when we say authorship, it means evaluating the person or entity who created or wrote the information. We should assess their qualifications, credibility, and reputation. And note that trusted authors are typically experts in their discussed field. So sa pag-assess kung sinong author ang nagsulat or nagbigay ng information na yon, hindi lang basta name niya ang alamin natin. We should also assess their backgrounds, their titles, achievements, or if they are well known and so on. Next, we have the publishing body. So it refers to the source or institution that published the information. By this, we should examine the reputation and prominence of the publishing body. So when we say prominence, it is the state of being important, famous, or well-known. And take note that trusted sources are more reliable for obtaining information. Now, we have the accuracy and verifiability. So this involves assessing the correctness and ability to verify the information. So when verifying information found on the internet, we should look for evidence, data, or references that support the information to ensure that the shared information is accurate and reliable. And lastly, we have currency. So it refers to the timeliness or the up-to-datedness of the information. In checking the reliability of information, we should determine when it was published or last updated. It is because current information is more trustworthy and avoids outdated or irrelevant content. So, in general, by evaluating information based on authorship, publishing body, accuracy and verifiability, and currency, we can critically and discerningly assess the information we found on the internet. So, this can help us ensure that the information we use is accurate, reliable, and up-to-date. So, is everything clear? Now, let's come up to the things to consider in evaluating the information found on the internet. When evaluating the information we found on the internet, we should consider its reliability, accuracy, value, authority, and timeliness. So, for you guys to easily memorize and remember it, just take note of its acronym, RABAT or the RABAT. So, I remember that this topic was already given to us during our senior high school days on Media and Information Literacy. Am I right? So, let's delve deeper into it one by one. So, let's start with the reliability of information. So, I have a question. For you guys, in your own perception, when do you think an information is reliable? Kailan nyo ba masasabing mga nahanap nyo information online is reliable siya? So, to explain, information is considered reliable when it was trustworthy, when it is typically supported by evidence, when it comes from credible sources, and it has undergone verification and evaluation. Also, an information is reliable if it is free from biases, logical fallacies, and inconsistencies. So, next, we have the accuracy of the information. So, it answered the question, how an information is accurate. So, again, for you guys, kailan nyo ba masasabi na ang isang information that you found on internet is really accurate? So, to answer, an information can be considered accurate when it is factually correct and supported by strong evidence. And remember that an accurate information is based on reliable data, research, or expert knowledge, and also it is free from errors, misconceptions, or false claims. Now, let's define and tackle the value of an information. So, this naman, it answer the question, how an information is valuable. Ito naman, paano nyo daw masasabi na ang information na nahanap nyo online is may value? We can say that an information can be deemed valuable when it is useful, relevant, and provides meaningful insights or benefits. And take note that valuable information can help us solve problems, make informed decisions, gain knowledge, and can contribute to our personal or professional growth. Additionally, information has value if it is applicable, reliable, and it addresses the needs or interests of the intended audience. Now, we have the authority of the source. So, by this naman, it answers the question how an information is credible and who authored or published the information. So, of course, we can say that an information is credible if it has or it was written and given by an expert and professional author. But, how can we say that an author is credible as well? How do you guys think so? So, we can say that an author is considered credible when they possess expertise, qualifications, and a reputable reputation in their field. Additionally, credible authors have relevant education, experience, or professional affiliations that establish their knowledge and authority. And also, they are recognized by their peers and have a track record of producing accurate and reliable information. Last but not the least, we have the timeliness of an information. So, when evaluating the information we found on the internet, we consider the time and date when it was written or published. So, reliability, accuracy, and value of information may vary based on the time it was produced or acquired. It may become irrelevant and inaccurate with the passing of time, thus making it less valuable. So, again, to summarize, in evaluating the information we found online, we should consider the RABAT or the reliability, accuracy, value, authority, and timeliness of an information. Okay, so now let's tackle the skills in determining the reliability and accuracy of an information. First, we have the skills in determining the reliability of an information. So, in checking or determining the reliability of an information, we should again check the author, check the date of publication or update when the information is published and written, check for citations. So, everyone, when checking citations, make sure to cross-reference. So, when we say cross-reference, it is the act of checking or comparing multiple sources to validate an information's accuracy, consistency, and reliability. And lastly, check for domain or owner of the site or page where you found the information. So here we have some examples of domains that you can find online. So .com for commercial, .edu for educational, .mil for military, .gov for government, and .org for non-profit organization. So is everything clear? Okay, let's come to the skills in determining an accurate information. So when determining an accurate information, you should first look for facts and make sure that when looking for factual information, you should consider the RABAT or the reliability, accuracy, value, authority, and timeliness of an information. So next, as what I've said earlier, make sure to cross-reference for consistency and accuracy. And lastly, determine the reason of the author or the publisher for publishing and writing the information. So next, the last topic, I have here the examples of useful and reliable web sources. So first, we have the AFAE newsletters or the Alzheimer's Foundation of America newsletter. It is a website that provides electronic newsletter from an organization of association called AFA. So this e-newsletter is aimed at providing information and support to family caregivers. Next example is the American Library. It is the Library of Congress Historical Digital Collection. Then we also have the bartleby.com of Great Books Online. It is a collection of free ebooks including fictions, non-fictions, references, and verses. We also have the Chronicling America, wherein you can search and view pages from American newspapers from 1880 to 1922. Then we also have the drug information websites, wherein you can visit and find informations about drugs and medicines. And examples of these are the National Library of Medicines or Medline Plus, drugs.com, and the Federal Health website. Next example, we have the Global Gateway or the World Culture and Resources from the Library of Congress. Then we have Google Books and Google Scholar, which we are all familiar with, wherein in these web sources we can access a vast collection of books and allows us users to search across a wide range of disciplines and sources, including articles, theses, books, literatures, abstracts, and etc. We also have the history sites with primary documents. So examples of these are the AMDOCS or AMDOCS. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly since I think it's just an acronym, but it is a website wherein you can see documents for the study of American history, and PABLEO project wherein you can see documents in law, history, diplomacy, and etc. So next, we have the Illinois Digital Archives. So the Illinois State Library, working with libraries, museums, and historical societies in Illinois, provides this collection of materials related to Illinois history. So if you're wondering where Illinois is, it is a state located in the east-north central region of the United States. Aside from that, we also have the Internet Archive for currently digitized resources, Internet Public Library, IP12 or a merger of Librarians Internet Index, and Internet Public Library. But what's special about this web source is the literary criticisms page, which can be found after clicking on the Special Collections link on the web source. Another example is Making of America website. So it is a digital library of primary sources in American social history. Then we also have Maps, wherein it is from the University of Texas at Austin Collection and includes historical and thematic maps. Next example is the Nation Master. It is a massive central data source and a handy way to graphically compare nations. It is also a vast compilation of data from sources such as CIA World Factbook, UN, and OECD. Then we also have the nursing sites like www.ahiq.gov, the National Guidelines Clearinghouse, and the PubMed websites. And last but not the least, the Project Gutenberg. So it is the first and largest single collection of free electronic books with currently over 20,000 ebooks available. And also, I forgot to include it in the PPT, but we also have this Shmoop. It is a web source wherein you can find literatures, US history, and poetry information written primarily by PhD and master students from top universities like Stanford, Berkeley, Harvard, and Yale. So everyone, in conclusion or in general, evaluating information found on the internet is crucial for discerning its reliability, accuracy, and value. As Albert Einstein once said, the only source of knowledge is experience. So, by critically assessing factors such as authorship, publishing body, accuracy, verifiability, and currency, we can navigate the vast sea of information and separate the trustworthy from the misleading. And again, through cross-referencing and critical analysis, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions and utilize the valuable knowledge from the internet. And we should remember that the ability to evaluate information is key in the digital age where misinformation can easily spread. So this ends my discussion about evaluating information found on the internet. Thank you everyone for listening and have a good day.